as we've mentioned, President Sirleaf is the first elected female head of state in Africa and was jointly awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2011 for her contribution. She was recognized for her prominent nonviolent struggle for the safety of women and for women's rights to full participation in peace-building work. Well, this leads us to our question of the week, which asks, would more women in governmental positions of power in Africa lead to more focus on nonviolent peace building? Well, we'll start with a viewer in West Africa who answered our question in this letter of the week. Omunua Okugbo Igodalo from Nigeria writes, nonviolent peace building hardly has anything to do with the gender of politicians in government. Charismatic, transformational, and servant leaders are what we need in Africa if we are to avoid needless violence as we seek to develop the country. Africa's helmsman must seek the opinion of the people and commit to a future that takes every citizen's legitimate interest as paramount. Therefore, it's the philosophy of governance and not the gender of political leaders that matters most. Well, that was Omunua Okugbo Igodalo from Nigeria. Before we move on to other comments, just send us a tweet and let us know what you think about our topic. Just use the hashtag Women in Politics. And if you haven't yet, please do follow us on Twitter. Speaking of it, let's go to a tweet from Emmanuel Kachele in Tanzania, who writes that African women in government are a symbol of hope, but they'll always be haunted by men's greedy character. Another tweet from Prince Habat Nukula from Uganda answers, yes, it will bring some change because of their vulnerability during conflict. They devise peaceful means to avert it. And one more tweet while we're at it, this time from Sydney G in South Africa, who says, more women in government are used by powerful puppet masters as pawns, posing as feminine gesture. Fewer is the trend. Very interesting. Now to a comment from a Facebook fan. It's Enoch in Zambia, who writes that peace is not gender-based. With or without women in politics, peace is attainable. It depends on the situation and how it pertains to humanity.